as possible. It is only fitting that the brass ring fell into the Naked's collective lap in 2010 when their association with the Family Guy led to a viral YouTube video of their hit, I'm Huge and the Babes Go Wild, and a contract with the mighty Sony Music. It was a long time coming, but now the whole world knows what we here in Rhode Island have known all along. This is one smoking band. There have been 67 official members of the band in the last 40 years, so I can't mention them all, but there are a few who have played nearly a bigger role as Steve in getting me here, whose names must be spoken. The band's original producers, Crazy Joe Renda, Joe Souza, and Kevin Kaysen. It's Kevin's arranging style that remains a hallmark of the band's sound to this day. Clarence, the Big Man Clemens. His 10-year association with the band helped spread the word even further. Then, of course, there's DJ Schwartz. 37 years. And Steve's ever-present sidekick, Steve the Kid to Curtis, 40-year veteran. When you ask Steve how long he intends to keep doing this, his answer is always, until the phone stops ringing. I can only say that it is my fondest wish that the phone never stops ringing. And now I would like to introduce you to a couple of guys who will formally induct the band into the Hall of Fame. Would you please welcome two 2012 Hall of Famers and two of Rhode Island's greatest musical treasures, Ken Lyon and John Cafferty.
Hey guys, how you doing? I think I'm happier to be here this year than I was last year. But I just want to say a couple of things. I was talking to Rick Belair backstage, who, let's have a big hand for Rick, because without him, none of this is possible. When I need to know something about myself or my band, I call Rick, find out. But what we were talking about is my wife and I moved back from Los Angeles a bunch of years ago to raise a family. We live down in South County, and I get involved in their lives and, you know, coach baseball, and every once in a while a little kid will come up to me in the dugout and he'll have that look on his face and go, "Coach, you were a rock star." My dad would show me these YouTube videos. You look different. And I say, yeah. But then I sort of realized that, you know, the people in the community outside of the music business don't, unless they're standing in front of us and we have a direct connection with them, they don't really know how to put into context what it is that we all do. And last year when we accepted the Hall of Fame award for Rhode Island Music Hall of Fame, I didn't really know what it meant. But when I went home and, you know, started to go out into the community, a lot of people were coming up to me, and it gave them a context to put what we do into something that they could relate to and understand. And what we are is we're a part of the arts community. We're all artists who have spent their lives working to create something that is meaningful and uplifting to people. That's what we do. And all of these people who have been honored by the Hall of Fame have put this into something that is relatable to the people outside of our community. And thank you, Rick Belair, and everybody on the board. Thank you so much for doing that. That said, it's a wonderful job. It's a beautiful job because as you get older, you understand that, you know, I know what music does for me. When I hear music, it makes me feel better. I don't know why, it just always has. And when someone does it right, it lifts my spirit. And I know that if I go on stage and I do my job right, I have the ability, and my band and all the people that I play with have the ability to lift people's hearts and make them feel better. And that's our job. There is nobody that does that job better than my cousin Steve Smith. No one has more fun up on the stage than Stevie Smith. No one has played more bars, more gigs, entertained more people in these past 40 years than my cousin Stevie Smith. Very proud. Let me introduce you to the man that Stevie Smith and myself wanted to be. Kenny Lyons.
On a night of long wind, I'm going to be very short. In memory of the people that we lost, and I won't name them, they know who they are, they're our angels now. That includes Billy Cowsill. Lost him too early. But as far as Steve Smith is concerned, I first heard him when I was a teenager. Kenny O'Brien, his cousin or uncle or whatever he's related to, used to book us both. We did shows together and all. But Steve Smith and the Nakeds would not be here celebrating their induction if they hadn't had 4 decades and counting of finding a place in your hearts. That's the best thing I can say about any artist. Steve Smith.
Steve Smith and the Nakeds, welcome to the Rhode Island Music Hall of Fame. Nobody deserves it more than you.
May take a while because I've got a few guys that are here. I need Craig Holmes up here. Where's Craig? I'd like Kenny and John to stay up here too, if that's okay. I had to write things down because I have to write things down so I can look at them because I had too many Ganses tonight. Anybody drinking Gansen out there tonight? Hi, neighbor! Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at only half of the guys that have gone through this band in 40 years. And on behalf of all of these guys, Steve Smith and Nakeds past and present, I would like to thank you and the Rhode Island Hall of Fame for this great honor that's bestowed on us. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for creating such a great organization and preserving Rhode Island's musical history. And it's going to keep on going for many, many years. I myself being involved in one very important nonprofit organization, I know the countless hours that goes on to put on something like this tonight. So I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame. And for the past 6 months, I've been dealing with Rick Belair at his house, which is it's not a non-smoking area. And we had